are you going to make a bid?
We started this journey 8 years ago, intentful to bring the NBA back. And we are going to lean in. The announcements we made earlier in the week were all laying the groundwork, and we're excited. And if we're fortunate enough someday to bring it back and help lead, we'll do it in the same way, in the same fashion we've done everything else. Fans, community, and with passion for this place we live.
Why do you think you're ready?
Well, we're battle tested. The hardest part of this is now done. And it evaded this community for 15 years. And the debate went on well before the departure of the Sonics. So has this been a debate that's gone on since, the 2000s? It's gone on for a long, long time. And it took courage. Facilities have been funded by the public to do this privately. It required courage and brought pressure, but we did it, and we didn't cut a corner. And we did it because we wanted to get to moments like this, defining moments where you can say we are ready, and we are. I represent an amazing organization that's done amazing things, and we're not done yet.
Potentially astronomical figure here for expansion fee is all the money put together.
Well, I won't comment on where we are in that journey, but we understand. And as I sit here today, we're intentful.
A lot of these bids have part business, part flash, like they want some really well-known or famous people attached that aren't business, but maybe from a sports background. Do you have anybody like that working for you?
Yeah, I have some friends and some people on speed dial, and there's, I think that what we will do is we will put together a bid that has it all. And I would say the most important thing in our bid is the ability to do it and do it well. And that's going to be very important for the NBA. If ultimately they push ahead and want to expand, they're going to want to make sure that it's done well, that there's no drama, that there's no slips, there's no mistakes. And to be honest with you, the confidence I feel in our ownership group, we've not made any mistakes. We've not gone back once and asked the public for anything other than the deal struck before a global pandemic, before supply chains, before cost increases. Our track record is fantastic, and I'm super proud of it. I'm super proud of Samantha. Our building's ready, and most importantly, the fans are ready.
Can you kiss and tell a little bit about who else may be involved?
I could. There's a bar out here. You need to get like 3 tequilas in me, and then I'll spill the beans.
Okay.
Has the ownership group selected an investment bank to work with yet? If so, are you supposed
Yeah, we won't probably get into those kinds of details, but as the process unfolds, there'll be more and more.
What
Todd, do you
part of
think
the
you guys have some inherent advantages? Do you believe there will be any competing bids that come beyond what you guys might look for?
We don't really, I haven't given that much consideration. What we've focused on is making sure that we can do it and do it brilliantly. And it's really important. And I think one of the things we can talk about a lot is the civic purpose in doing this. Where are we as a state and a city, and what challenges do we face, and how can an event like this help push and improve and get people to feel that our best days are in front of us. So those are the things we actually think about, and we don't really think too much about other things. We're ready. The building's ready. We have a brilliant owner. I've worked in sports for 40 years. She's as good as any owner I've ever worked with, and she represents the right things. And wouldn't it be amazing someday to see her with others march into that Board of Governors meeting and make the case?
Todd, it's been quite a while since the NBA has expanded. What do you expect from the process, both of getting to where a bid selected by somebody and where things kind of move forward on the expansion from their end of things?
Well, we're not going to get in front of the league, but you can see that we're ready. There's not a missing piece here. There's not a leap of faith with the owner, with how we've conducted ourselves with this arena, we're ready.
How
Let's go.
significant is the opportunity to have another woman in a small group of women who have been leadership?
If you really look at what we've stood for, I couldn't be more proud. There are things that she believes in, and one reason that she has been a great boss and we get along so well is we do have shared values, and we care a lot about those kinds of issues. When that day comes, if that day comes, it will be one of the most proud days of my career. And it's exciting. She is full of energy, full of life, and she is very, very capable. The ability to do what we've just done, gaining additional control of the arena, while ensuring that our partnership with OVG was brilliant and intact, took touch, and she did it. She is really a remarkable person, and our relationship with OVG has never been better.
What can you say as far as the bid is concerned? Do you have to have your plans for the practice facility, for the training facility, for the G League as part of this bid?
Yep, and would you like me to go into details on that?
That would be great.
I'm not going to, but I will tell you that, yes. And we've never, there's not anything there are things that came our way, but we were generally prepared, and I believe we generally reacted in the right way. And so here we are again, and we are going to be prepared, and we are prepared, and we're ready.
This Wednesday is giving fans across the Northwest hope for the first time in a long time. You were part of a Seahawks team that built one of the loudest stadiums in the world. We've seen what the Sounders have done there, the rain there, what you've done with the Kraken and the crowds and the Torrent, biggest audience, in professional women's hockey right now. What would an NBA team mean to this city?
You tell me. Like, it's an incredible thing to dream about. The first team that was here and made Seattle big time left, and to bring it back, incredible. My only regret would be that the man who we honored with a statue outside the arena won't be here in center court. And I was so hoping, because Lenny was a great friend of mine, and one of the most extraordinary people to ever have graced this city. And we will memorialize not just what he meant to basketball, but what he was as a person and what we do. And we'll have more on that later.
I have one more question, sorry.
Last question.
Yep, got it. You have done a marvelous job of opening up hockey to the local community. It's going to be a hot ticket when the Sonics come back in. Do you have a plan in place to make it an accessible sport, an accessible ticket for families and those who have been waiting ages for it to come back?
So important. And, I think there's a lot of kids who dream about it and dream about it coming back, and ultimately dream about going to a game. And those are things that are on us to deliver. And I'm proud of what we've done with the Kraken, and we've seen people having experiences here. We have a group called REWA, the Refugee Women's. They've not only come here and skated, they've learned to skate, and they're playing hockey, and I skated with them last week. And those are actually things that I sit in a lot of meetings, but then when you get to moments like that where you're out there skating with hundreds of REWA kids, it's a big deal. And the potential of the NBA to impact this community is profound, and we know it. And it's one of the most exciting parts of this whole thing for me.